guys, how is this stitching? My name is Tatiana and this is my Flosstube number 17. Here I share my love to all the needlework crafts, mostly cross stitch, but also traditional Ukrainian stitching as well. It's been a while since my last one, and I know I promised to publish a video about visiting cross stitch shops in Spain. I will do that. I will do that. I promise. I just have too much studying. I have to share with you cross stitch, Vyshyvanka, and a little disaster with my Vyshyvanka. I will show you it. It was a difficult time, and also some crochet. I did crochet also. So let's get started. This one you've seen in a previous video, because I was working for some time on this, even though it's very small and it's not yet finished. It lives in a project bag that I made myself. Very cute, I like it. By the way, today I'm also in Vyshyvanka. It's hand-stitched, it's hand-stitched Vyshyvanka, but I didn't stitch it, I bought it. But it's handmade with, cross-stitched, basically. Very beautiful, I love it. So here lives this small dimensions kit with a cat that I started, I think, during Deutsch Mania last year. Very cute pattern, and I worked a little bit on it. Yeah, here we go. Oh, it's been a while, so I don't even remember what exactly I did. Probably I did a little bit more of the moon. I hope I'm not showing you the same that I showed last time. I already don't remember how much I stitched since I've seen you last. I should do my my Flosstubes more often. So I remember what I stitched. Yeah, usually I stitch, and when I've done with my project, I put it on on a separate place to show them in my Flosstube before putting it away to my stash. And sometimes I approach this pile and I'm like, did I work on it? Really? Why it's in this pile? Yeah, so fun. So next one also lives in the project bag that I made myself, but I want to remake it because it's not very beautiful. One day I will remake it. Yeah. Here lives a small kit on wood from a Ukrainian producers, Fruzilok, and this is Crimea. Crimea is a region I'm from in Ukraine, so I worked on this. It's, I would say, I don't know, 60% finished, almost finished. Just a little bit of stitching left, cross stitch I mean, and some of back stitching. There are quite a number of back stitches, as you can see on preview. So yeah, a little cute one, and it will be a rocking horse. So I have this part already assembled. So once I'm done stitching, I put it on that, and it will be a rocking horse. I think it was one of the videos where I was playing with this horse already before stitching. I like those kits from Ukrainian producers. They're small, they're very quite quick to stitch, and also you can download a digital pattern into Cross Stitch Saga app, so it also makes it easy to work with. What's next? Oh, next one is my what's it called? Whip Go Call. The Whip Go Call was to complete two motifs in a sampler. It also lives in the project bag that I made myself. This one is quite beautiful. Like it. And here lives my two of my projects of the primitive Hare. So I worked on Oceanarium, and even though it's not like a classical sampler, I consider it sampler because it's not a full coverage, and it has letters in it and separate motifs, and it's very stylish. I don't know how how to describe it. So it's not like a real picture. It's like a sampler. To me, it's a sampler. So I worked on this one. It's Oceanarium by Primitive Hare, and I completed more than two. I had quite a good progress on it. Look at that. So I don't use anything code for. Everything is from my stash, and I just pull out my flosses, my fabric, and I've seen what comes nice together, and that's how I picked my colors for this project. So I probably because of the light, I'm in a new spot today. I'm doing reconstruction around the house, and each time I switch places because some places are not very pleasant to look at because of reconstruction. This one is a little organized, a little. Still yet a lot to do. Yeah, here maybe in this way it will be better. Yes, so I really like how it comes out. And very little left to stitch. So basically left with this main character and maybe a little bit jellyfish to finish, and basically it will be done. So I think next time I pick it up, it will be finished. A very beautiful one. Quite fun to work on it. Okay, that's that one. Next one. Oh, next one is my focus piece. So it was a focus piece, but I didn't do as much, of course, because of all my plans I have. This is On the Beach by Stitchrovia. I'm using code for DMC, of course, but not code for fabric. I use some cream color Zweigart fabric. It's even weave, and maybe not the best spot because next to the window. Here is my progress. So I started the C as a planned, and basically this whole part is what I've stitched. Summer vibe, very easy stitching, big blocks of colors. For me, it's like a relaxed stitching because when I stitch Vyshyvanka, it's very intense, mentally intense process because I need to think, I need to count, I need to position in the correct way. It's so much to do. Here, I just took a pattern and I just stitched, and it's very relaxing process. Like it. Okay, that's that one. And my next, so it was a previous focus piece, and my next one is, what's it called? I forgot. Just a moment. Fruits of Plenty by Modern Folk Embroidery. How could I forget that? You've seen it 1,000 times. Just in case you don't, here is my version of it. And it was a SAO in 2021, ages ago, and I still not done. I stitched it on Zweigart Belfast. So it's written here, so that's why I know. 32 count, 2/2, and the color is olive or 6209, 6016. This one. I don't know why the color name, and here's my progress. Why the color name is so long. So that's the starting point. I want to stitch this part and like work a lot on this angle to bring it to like some more stitching to put it in. And as you can see, I adopted this piece for my cats. It's gonna be a memory piece for my cats. As you can see, their names, Zarya and Gerza. I put them on a free space for initials, and also at the bottom there were hands. You know, in the pattern there are hands. I didn't like the hands, and I charted my cats. I charted them myself, trying to recreate the shape, like, you know, the silhouette of my cats. Look at them. Look at two, Zarya and Gerza. How cute they are. And they turned out quite. I sent this picture to my friends who know my cat, and I asked them if they can recognize my cats. And they were, oh, of course, he is Zarya, he is Gerza. And I'm like, yeah, okay. So it turned out well. It's my kitties. My two cats passed away last year. Yeah. So I made this piece for them. Okay, so that's the starting point, and by the next Flosstube, I will show you my progress. If you're for the first time on my channel, my focus piece is my rotation for this year, where I, between my Flosstubes, announce a focus piece until the next Flosstube. So this one is until the next one, and you will see how far I got. Okay, now on to my Vyshyvanka. And I think today the light, because it's natural light coming from the windows here, it's changing. So sorry, probably the whole video will be different highlights, but that's how we roll. I tried to do like artificial lighting. I have it, but the resolution of my camera doesn't pick up. Like it's a phone camera, it doesn't pick up a good resolution. It's like cloudy when there is not a good lighting. So I can only rely on natural lighting. Well, I need a new camera, but you know, I spent all my money on reconstruction and prestige supplies. So I keep using my phone camera for that. So Vyshyvanka. Last time I started, I showed the finish of my previous Vyshyvanka, very beautiful one. If you haven't seen, please visit it, because it was a lot of excitement around my finished Vyshyvanka. And I started the next one. I'm not going to repeat anything about the Vyshyvanka I started, because I talked a lot last time. I just want to show you, which you probably won't see, but I still will show my progress on a sleeve. So this is the sleeve I started, and I added maybe 2 rows, maybe 1 row. I stitched really little on it. So this is going to be a sleeve, and this pattern will cover the whole sleeve. So I just going in rows. It's very simple stitching. I use it when I have like some meetings online, when I don't need to, you know, it's like thoughtless stitching. I just repeat the same. I don't need pattern. I don't need to think much. But this time I didn't work on it much because I concentrated on my other one. I'm going to show you now. So this is going to be a sleeve, very wide, very like, I purposely made it like that. It will be very voluminoso. It's in Italian, right? How we say it when there is a lot of volume. When I speak several languages and they are all mixed up in my brain. So this Vyshyvanka will have a lot of volume in it. And I'm stitching it on Ukrainian fabric, which is 50% linen, 50% cotton, very light, airy fabric. And I stitch it with DMC Cordonette. It's color ecru. I don't know what else to say about this floss. It has a different twist, and it's interesting to work with. So that's it for this Vyshyvanka. And the next one, I've got a serious progress, but also a very serious disaster. So here's my Vyshyvanka. It's gonna be a Borschivs'ka style. I'm gonna show you the book. So here's the book. It's a book collected by Pokusinski. It's their researchers. Borschivs'ka Vyshyvanka. Borschivs'ka. It's a city, a region in Ukraine, and those particular style of Vyshyvanka is characteristic to this region. So doing this Vyshyvanka, I'm using like classical style. For example, this one is men's Vyshyvanka. This book is full of beautiful Vyshyvankas. This is men, and I'm gonna show you female, maybe just an example, or maybe I can even find a page which I use to stitch my Vyshyvanka. Maybe should be okay. I will show you this one, even though it's not the one I'm stitching, but just as an example. So these show pictures of old Vyshyvanka here, and then on the next pages there are close-ups of patterns, and basically the pattern, which is so beautiful. So it's just a fantastic. It's like a Bible of Borschivs'ka Vyshyvanka. It's so beautiful. So I found all the patterns I use for my Vyshyvanka I take from this book, and I try to keep it as traditional, as authentic as possible. The book needs to be, I use it so much that it, I will probably need to re-stitch the book because it's falling apart. I just use it too much. The only non-traditional aspect to my Vyshyvanka is that I'm doing it on this color fabric. As you can see, usually done on white or like natural linen fabric. Yeah. But I'm doing it on this mustache color. So it's my very long time whip. I started it probably a couple of years ago, maybe a year and a half ago. And I outlined, you see, like I made some of my like signs where my stitching need to go. And this opening for the neck, for the head, was made with a temporary marker, you know, the one that can go off with water. And after 2 years, it's vanished because I made it 2 years ago, like the sign where my opening should be and the size of it. And then when I wanted to continue working on this Vyshyvanka, I can't see my basically circle for the head. And like, okay, I can do a new one. So I grabbed just a random plate from my kitchen. It looked small to me. I put it in without thinking, make a circle, cut it out, and it was too large. After I cut it out, I don't know why I didn't think. Okay. Even in our language, we have an expression like think 7 times, cut 1 time. I thought 1 time and I cut 1 time, and it was wrong. So my opening is way too large. It's like, it's enormous. And when I tried it, it was like this. And for this particular pattern of Vyshyvanka, it's not good. It should be like right next to the neck. And I was like, seriously? Like, seriously? Like, how can I do such dumb mistake? I was shocked. So I was trying to work around. What I did, I attached the small like collar to it. It shouldn't be attached. I just needed to. Initially, the idea was to, you know, like to make like this and to stitch it, but I couldn't because it's already too large. And if I do, if I like take more fabric for seam allowance, it's going to be even larger. So I attached the small collar, and it still was too large. And when you work on a big collar, you see it because you work on a diagonal of fabric, not on the it goes sideways. It becomes larger and longer, and that's my another mistake. So after many struggles, what I decided to do, on the back, I made this fold, and it helped a little bit. So this fold also is not in design, but I folded the fabric, and now it's a little bit better. So, well, I don't have another big piece of fabric like that, and I'm not gonna restitch already the pattern I stitched. So it's gonna stay like that. I will just keep in mind for the next time when I will definitely do another Vyshyvanka with this pattern, with this sewing pattern, but I will be more careful next time. So what is left to do here? I need to bring, you see this stitching, I need to bring it up to the collar, so it's not like just cut off, but it's like really next to the collar. So that's the little things that we have to do here. And then I have more stitching to do because as you can see, I started roses, and those will go up and they will go on the back. That's why this is front and back. It's the same piece of fabric, you see? It's the same long piece of fabric, which allows me to stitch in continuous from the front to the back. And the stitching will be from the front and it will go on the back. You see, on this Vyshyvanka, it stops on my shoulder, but on this one, it will go also on the back. That's how it's done in Borschivs'ka Vyshyvanka, and I keep this style with some adjustment for my stupid errors. It's just crazy. So here will be attached to the sleeve, and I'm going to show you a sleeve in a moment. And as you can see here will be another stitching, and this stitching I designed myself. I'm very excited about that. I'm missing a few colors to start stitching it. So once I got them, of course I will show you. And I took inspiration from this book, but I combine them in my design because there is like a certain no way. Okay, now I can see that my shoulders are different less. You see, one of my shoulder is longer than the other one. This Vyshyvanka is a disaster. It's my first Borschivs'ka, and I've done a lot of mistakes. Well, I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna finish it because it's beautiful, it's stunning. It will be just full of mistake. And here's the sleeve of it. Look at that. Look at my progress. So last time I've showed you, I had just a little bit of stitching done here, and now I continue with it. So design here is that this top part of the sleeve, it will be like this. The sleeve will go like that. So the top part of the sleeve gonna be this band with grape leaves. So beautiful. It's so beautiful. And the rest of the sleeve will be those diagonal lines. And also into diagonal lines will be added, you see, like a little bits of flowers. It's basically just 4 stitches. I just started it here a little bit to try, but because I'm missing colors, once I have all of them, I will like be filling the whole sleeve with color as well. So that's quite a tremendous progress for the sleeve. This Vyshyvanka is a long project. I'm not gonna finish it this year. Probably my plan for this year to finish this sleeve, and maybe maybe the front side, at least like few bands, maybe 2 bands to do on the front side. The plan is to finish it next year, so I give it another 2 years to finish this Vyshyvanka, because it's a dress. It's not only a Vyshyvanka, it's also a dress. So sewing it by hand will take much more time. Yeah, but I will bring you along my progress with this Vyshyvanka. And I also wanted to show you that I stitch it with wool that you would use for crochet or knitting, and on a thin linen, this heavy wool. This Vyshyvanka gonna be like a wintertime Vyshyvanka, because it's thick. It's like a carpet here, and it will be very warm. Oh, yeah, but I love it. I love it. I love how it looks. I will need to think about my shoulders that are now different, less. Okay, that's gonna be another error to try to hide and cover my Vyshyvanka. Okay, so this one is this part is done. Now let's switch to my crochet project, and I have maybe I will start with this one. I almost finished it. The stitching is finished. I need only to tackle in all my ends and to block it. So this is a jacket that I just used whatever. There is no pattern. I just used granny squares. I put them together in a kind of shape of jacket. You know, it's an old cat lady jacket. I'm gonna wear it. I'm definitely gonna wear it, even though it's like, well, it's very particular style, but I definitely gonna wear it. It's my colors, and yeah. So that's a jacket that is finished, almost finished. I just need to do all of those, and yeah, quite fun project. Also a learning curve during this project. I learned that it's better to use similar size yarn for the project, because I was trying to play around with different thickness of my yarn, and it didn't work out, because my squares just don't come together when one is smaller and another one is larger, you know. Yeah, but it's okay. It's okay. It was a fun project. Maybe it's already too warm to wear it, but I will be wearing it for some of my Flosstubes also. Maybe next time I will show you how I finished all my ends. Maybe once I blocked it, it will be better. There's a little hope for it, but it's okay. That's what happens when I don't use any pattern and I do it myself, and I create as I go. Well, it just doesn't go doesn't work too well. And I started a new project. So some time ago, I showed you, crinkles, that I bought a very fun cotton fabric on Italian Sunday market. Here in the small city I live, several times a week there is like Sunday market with different goodies. And I bought this yarn. It's very pleasant. It's a beautiful color. It's cotton. It's very thin cotton, you know. And I'm thinking that it's gonna make a beautiful summer top. So I was looking for patterns, and I found, I think the name is, I will link it down below for sure, but I think the name is, it's like something about summer camping, summer travel, and this nice top. The only difference is, like, why I can't just take a pattern and just follow the direction and just make a pattern? It never happens. I always need to change something. That's why I have those terrible errors with my Vyshyvanka, because for this Vyshyvanka, I was participating in a stitch along where everything was like spoon feed to us, like how we need to do this Vyshyvanka. And you know what? No, I decided to do a different way. I decided to do my way. And 2 years, tons of error, completely my fault. If I would just follow the pattern, life would be so much easier. But it's not my case, unfortunately. I never look for easy solutions, only for the most difficult one. So the thing I changed in this pattern, I changed the stitch, because the lemon stitch, which is given in this pattern, I like it, and I used it for a different project, and I stitched a lot of that pattern. That's why I just didn't want to repeat the same pattern. I already spent so much time stitching it, and I just didn't want to repeat. So I was looking for other similar patterns, but just to have some diversity in my stitching. So I have this book that I found in a thrift shop here in Italy, and it's like a whole collection of how to stitch, how to knit, how to do hardanger, like all the information. And I found here, it's in Italian, and I found here this stitch, which is basically a repeat when you skip every other stitch, and in every second stitch you do a 2 single crochet. Skip 1 stitch, 2 single crochet, and like that the whole pattern, and it gives this beautiful appearance. Yeah, so I used this stitch, and everything else hopefully will be as the pattern calls. Yeah, so here's my progress. It will be like that. Summer top, hopefully finish by summer, and already wear it this summer. It's a very nice, pleasant, 100% cotton, so it will be really nice for summer. Okay, that all my crochet progress, and I have a little bit of hope. Here we go. I like thrifting, and I went. I was driving my friend to airport, which is like about an hour from where I live. So once I dropped her off, I was like, I still have like some time. What should I do? I'm so far from home. And I visited a new to me thrift shop. It's in a different city, so 1 hour from my place. And I was quite surprised how much I found there. So I bought a lot for the home, but also I picked up some hand-stitched pieces. For example, this one. This is hand-stitched, crochet, and I think it's this one. Yeah, the flower, the flower, and it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. It's so nicely stitched. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with it. I just like how it looked. It's a little bit, dusty from lying in the thrift shop. So I'm going to wash it, and I will see what I can do with it. It's a beautiful piece, and I feel nice that somebody stitched it, somebody put love in it, and now I have it. Then I picked up the whole collection of hand-stitched napkins, and they're fantastic. They're, I think, 12 or 14 napkins, hand-stitched, with this beautiful pattern. It's so beautiful. It's embroidery, it's not a cross-stitch, but it's just so beautiful. And it will correspond very well with the like tablecloths I have in mind to stitch, and with my plates. So it will be a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful addition to my table. Yeah. So there are a few styles of stitching. One is flower, one is like different type of flower, like this. They also are dusty, but very clean. I don't think they were used too much, if at all. It's very thin, nice fabric, very beautiful one. Yeah, I'm so happy I found them. Like hand-stitched napkins. It's a must. It's a must to have, you know, for your table when you have like family celebration. And yeah, I wanted to show you. I think it was 3. I now see only 2. Maybe just 2 patterns. Yeah, so this big flower and a small flower. And I have probably 12 or 14 of them. So beautiful. Also dusty. I'm gonna wash them. I'm gonna hand wash them, and they will be ready for next celebration. Also, I picked up a tablecloth, also hand stitched. Look at that. Look at those cute crosses. It's in a little bit more rough shape. Like the fabric is not as beautiful, and it has this, I don't know, it's probably just dirt marks, but it has also holes in the fabric. So I don't think I'm gonna use it as a tablecloth. I have a few ideas how I can use it because it's a beautiful piece and I wanted to save it from the thrift shop. So yeah, I have some projects in mind, and of course I will share with you once I get to that point. First step in all of those purchases are to wash them, and then I will do something beautiful with this piece. And napkins, I will use as napkins. Yeah, so probably that's it. Oh, no. There are my notes here. What I also wanted, I will insert now, is Stitchy Kindness. So my Smalls exchange partner, that is program of Smalls exchange at Stitch Across the Pond, Stitch and Chart, the Facebook group where we meet once a month to stitch and chart together. It's a lovely community of ladies from all over the world, and we stitch together over Zoom. And a few times a year, there is this like program of Smalls exchange. I will link them down below as well. So my Stitchy partner received my Smalls exchange. So now I can finally show you. I will probably already inserted the pictures, maybe even video. I don't remember. It was so long time ago. I already forgot what I did and how I did. But yeah, I remember. I found a pattern in a old cross stitch magazine. It's a big pattern of for each letter there's like a garden scene, and yeah, I stitched one of the scene for her, for my exchange partner, and I put it together into like kind of very large needle book or very small project bag. Well, so yeah, I'm very happy that she liked it. She texted me that she liked this little present I made, so it was very nice. And another very important, guys, another one. So my for the May, I have a VIP Go call that says seasonal stitching, that I need to stitch on something seasonal. And you know, it's May, like what is the season of May? What we can stitch in May? I don't know. But the next month is June. And I was thinking to stitch, I remember I've seen a pattern with a LGBT flag on the background, and there is alpaca in front of it. And I can't find it. I have it in mind to stitch for my friend. He always going to Pride every year, and he doesn't go this year. So I wanted to like emotionally support him in this. So I wanted to stitch this pattern, but I can't find it. I remember it's a small pattern, like a flag and alpaca in front of it, but I can't find it. If you guys know this pattern, please remind me the name of it, because I am in urgent need of this pattern. I want to finish it in May. Today is May 1st. Today is May 1st. I want to finish it in May and have it ready for him in June as a present. So please let me know if you've seen this pattern, if you know its name or designer, because I was searching all over the internet and I didn't find. But yeah, so I need your help, guys. Yeah, my notes, I think I consulted with my notes, and I think that's it that I wanted to show you in this episode of my Flosstube. Thank you guys for staying with me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, happy stitching.